Clear the dance floor, I'm coming. Hi guys, and welcome back to another reaction video. This one is titled 15 Best Glamorous Wedding Dresses Compilation 2018. So instead of having a look at the ugliest dresses, let's have a look at some really beautiful ones and see what we think. Let's press play and start the video. Oh, look at the beading. Okay. Beautiful dress. Stunning. Amazing details. But I can see already that it weighs an absolute ton and she's struggling to walk. Imagine if she had to escape from a robber. She would not be able to do that with that dress. The weight. How long is that train? Okay, she's gonna sort of reveal, I mean, that could even just be like a 1 meter train, but because of the weight and the beading and the volume, it's gonna be quite heavy. Oh, okay. That train looks to me around about 1.5 meters, which is on the longer side, but I've done longer trains than that. People don't realize that when they get a really long train, yeah, it's so beautiful, oh my god, it's gonna look amazing in photos. And it does look amazing in photos, but then for the rest of the day, you are dragging that thing around, and even when you have a bustle and you hitch it up, you're still dragging that thing around. So remember that when you do a bustle, it doesn't make the weight of the dress disappear. It just hitches it up so people don't step on it. So you still have the weight to deal with. Remember that, guys. Unless you have a detachable train, which I really recommend. Gorgeous! Wow, the sparkle in the sleeves. That is absolutely gorgeous. I wonder if it's a high neck or if it's a band that goes around there. Yeah, so it actually is nude. Up here it's all mesh. You can sort of see at the back there she's got buttons going all the way up her neck. So this is all covered. And the great thing about that is that when you have a drop sleeve like that, or a sleeve that sort of starts here, you don't have to worry about it slipping. You don't have to keep pulling it up at night, all through the night, sorry. It will just stay there because it's actually connected to a full like body piece. Sparkle. That's beautiful too, a sparkle. Blue, unusual colour. Usually it's a lighter blue. Maybe she's going to an event. Okay, she looks a little bit too short to have such a full dress. That's the first thing that I would say. The wind might be picking up the hem a little bit high. It could be the angle the person is shooting at as well. So there's a few things at play here, but from what I can see there, it's a little bit too full for her height. It's making her look short. I can't wait to see the front though. I can sort of see the sleeves. The sleeves look beautiful. And maybe when she stands still, it will kind of fall really beautifully. But we'll see. The fabric is a little bit light, so it's quite floaty. Well, she's beautiful, so you can kind of do anything, right? Wow, I love sparkly gowns. I'm a big lover of sparkle. I have a lot of different versions of sparkle that I can add to dresses that are really subtle, and they're not heavy or they're not heavily beaded. So yeah, I'll be surprised to see that fabric up close. Not really in love with this top bit though. I think it's a bit drab, a little bit boring. Might be better if it was just sheer, or maybe off the shoulder or something. A little bit puffy around the hips. Can you see that, guys? That she doesn't look tall enough for that ball gown. It makes her look like she's 12, you know. It makes her look really short because it's so full here. It sort of stunts your growth. I've said it in a previous video, but the rule of thumb is the taller you are, the bigger you can go with the dress. The shorter you are, the smaller you have to go with the dress, because your proportions aren't, you know, fitting for such a full dress at the bottom. I think she needs at least another foot on that. Wow, the detail, guys. I mean, it's not really my cup of tea. I don't really like the beige kind of tone, but the detail, the embroidery or whatever's on that is beautiful. It actually looks like it might be like a sheer layer over the top, because it looks like there's a couple of dimensions there. Is that Mum next to her? Man, Mum is banging, right? Wowzers. She's beautiful. Anyway, we digress. Yeah, not a fan of that yellow color. To me, that looks like a cream, but a really kind of dirty cream color. If that was in ivory or even like a pink champagne, that would be stunning. Not in love with that weird beige. The other thing too, guys, which I don't know if you can see here, but when you have a lot of beading or a lot of lace, depending on the lace, it can look really heavy. Like that dress there looks really heavy. It doesn't look comfortable. It doesn't look like she can dance. I mean, she's just kind of bopping the one spot, you know, trying not to, like, if, you know, if I was having a wedding, I'd be like, clear the dance floor, I'm coming, you know, but she's just doing the little bop. So I don't see it being very comfortable. It also looks very stiff along the waist here. When she moves, it kind of just stays there, like, hi everyone, how are you? You know, like she's got a neck brace on. Gorgeous. Okay, so this dress has got a matching lace veil, which I do with a lot of my gowns. I find that on the right kind of style, it really brings out the lace in the dress. It also gives you this really traditional, old school, classic kind of style. I find, even though sheer veils are very elegant and beautiful and timeless, I do find that there's something really beautiful about a lace veil, and particularly a lace veil that, you know, has the lace trim sort of coming on either side. Just gorgeous. This one doesn't look like it's trimmed all the way. It looks like it's just trimmed over the top. And when you get a custom veil, you can pretty much ask for whatever you want. So, well, within reason and practicality. So sometimes people want like a full lace veil, but it will be too heavy and it will kind of push, you know, their hair down. So you don't want that. But yes, nearly just about anything. Gorgeous. Oh, okay. This is supposed to be glamorous wedding dresses. This looks really cheap to me. To me, this looks like a dress you would buy on Wish. I mean, I love the design. You know, I love the low V. I've done that a lot in a couple of my gowns. I'm not in love with the drop waist. You know how I feel about a drop waist. I think it makes you look short. Unless you're super tall. I don't like the lace in the skirt, and I don't feel like it's the same lace as up here either. Not that it has to match, but it has to be cohesive. I'm not liking this dress. I don't know how this dress made it here. Amazing train, stunning, big, beautiful. But see the lace, it's too busy. And this is a thing you've got to be really careful of, guys. When you're choosing your laces, that you choose the right kind of pattern, because too much of it can be overpowering. So you got to remember that if the less lace you're using, like if you're just using it on the top, on the bodice, then you can go with a really dense, heavy lace. If you're using it at the top and the sleeve, you've got to go with a little bit lighter. And then if you're using it throughout the whole dress, you've got to go with even lighter still, or else the balance is off, or else it ends up looking too heavy. This is looking very busy, too busy for my liking. I'm sorry, are we still on the same dress? I'm a bit confused. I think we might be on the same dress. It looks like a similar dress. The other thing too is that dress looks so heavy. Like the long train, all the beading. Oh, okay. I'm going to go back a little bit because I can see that there's here, I don't know if you can see it, but you can sort of see here along the veil and also in the dress there are some darker beads, which means that she's got silver in the dress. And sometimes if you're not doing a full silver look, the occasional silver bead can look really tacky, or the occasional diamante, sometimes they're in a claw or in a clasp that's silver, that really stands out against ivory or white, and that can look really cheap too. So I avoid doing that, and that's, I think, what I'm not liking about this dress. You can sort of see there's like silver beading coming up. See, this dress, even though, let's have a look at it. Okay, even though this one's fuller in the lace and fuller in the beading with a heavier lace on the skirt, she doesn't have it on the sleeve, and it's really open here. So she can get away with a heavier lace, if that makes sense. So you've got to balance the style out with the fabric. Wowzers, that is a really long train, guys. My heart hurts when I see dresses like this, because I imagine the pain in the legs, the sweatiness of the person when they're trying to push that dress around for 8 hours. It's just, is it necessary? I don't know. Gorgeous lace veil. You can see there that it's an applique. So that's a trim. I call that a trim applique, which means it's scalloped on the edges there. You can sort of see around her face. And I had the option to do that, or to actually do the applique pieces, depending on the look that you're wanting. But a trim can look lovely too. To me, that trim is very wide. I would not have put such a wide trim on that veil. I would have probably made it half the width so that it's a little bit more delicate, particularly around the face, or else, you know, like it's quite heavy. Like if it was a little bit, it would be so much nicer than being that wide. I'm nitpicking, guys. See what I mean? It's open here, and she doesn't have lace sleeves, so she can get away with the denser lace. I do think it is, like looking at her there, it is a little bit dense in the skirt. I would have maybe just bled it from the waist down a little bit and then bled it from the hem up a little bit. See the middle bit not having any lace at all, just the tulle, and then having the lace bleeding from the top and the bottom. I think that would have been nicer balance. Wow, look at all that heavy beading. Gorgeous. But I think putting it through the skirt is a bit much. What I really do love about this dress is it looks like it's got organza applique through it, like little tiny organza appliques, sort of like butterflies. I think that is really beautiful. Makes it look kind of fluffy and gorgeous. I really like that. Is she on her phone? So, that's really bizarre. It's sort of like, okay, take me in my wedding dress. Let me just text someone. It's like, what? Put your phone away. Yeah, are they starting to look all the same to you? I mean, why are they not showing us different dresses? They better not all be ball gowns or else I'll be really annoyed. Another ball gown. Gorgeous. I love the type of lace. I think it really suits her. She's a little bit darker skin tone, so she can really get away with that. I would have probably color matched her skin a little bit better. I would have probably put like a tan mesh instead of an ivory mesh. I think that's ivory mesh. Not sure. Gonna have a look. This looks exactly like one of the other ones. Beautiful. You know, it is a princess dress. I don't know if I could do that low neckline. I think it'd be better to just not have that low neckline. See how her arms, they kind of look like they're, unless that's the veil, they look a different colour. Oh no, it's pretty good. Okay, they've done a good job. I thought that maybe it was looking a little light. Does she have a tattoo on her arm or something? It's looking kind of green there. It's heavy. You can see she's struggling. She's in struggle town. Stepping. Oh, am I going to fall down the stairs? Honey, you will fall down the stairs because it is a monster and you're going to be tripping on it. There's heaps of fabric. That's a really strange angle. Like, I see what they were trying to do. They're trying to get her really long train, but does she look super short there with just a really, like, that is a really long train. Really long train. Oh, this one has like rose gold kind of colouring on the lace. Never seen that before. I think that's really interesting. I want a closer look at that. Gorgeous. Off the shoulder, huge ribbon. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, we didn't get to see it. And now we're on to this number. Wowzers. Okay, so first thing I'll say is that there's a lot of silver beading on this, but it works because it's the whole thing. It's quite heavy, it's quite thick. That's obviously what she wanted. The sleeve, you can tell that she's wearing a mesh color on the sleeve. Does it match her body? Not exactly. You got to be careful with the lighting. I would have, I mean, this has obviously got a price tag on it, so it's, you know, off the rack. But if I was custom making this, I would match that to her skin, and you wouldn't even see it, really. But there it kind of looks like a bit of a stocking. What I do love about this dress is that there's like a nude lining in the body, and then the skirt is sheer, which is gorgeous. I think that's beautiful. I actually think they've used a nude coloured chiffon, a lightweight chiffon for that skirt. Doesn't look like mesh at all. Beautiful. So the arm, how it's a different colour to her body. Actually, the stocking's there too. I can sort of see it up the top. So why does she look so different coloured? Yeah. It kind of looks a bit orange to me. I don't think that's the right mesh colour for her. Oh, gorgeous. Okay, I love the neckline of this, and I also love the drop sleeve. I think that's really beautiful. The fabric is not my cup of tea, but you know, for that kind of style gown where it's so big, yeah, it is nice. But that would weigh a ton, guys, an absolute ton. Sparkle, beautiful. I'm so glad we're seeing a slim dress. I hope we get to see it a bit more. Oh, this one's so unusual. Okay, I love the color of the skirt. It's a really unusual, looks like a off-white, pink champagne maybe style. Beautiful buttons down the back. It looks like pearl buttons. Off the shoulder style. Interesting skirt. Sort of like a nude, like a really light nude color. There's a lot of layers there. It looks like it's made just from tulle. I can sort of see along the skirt that I can already see 3 layers, but there'll be way more. Well guys, my takeaway is that I'm a little bit disappointed that I didn't see more slimmer type of gowns. It was all like huge dresses. I mean, I think you can still have a glamorous, stunning, over the top wedding dress, but it can be a slim gown. So I would like to see more of those. Really love the sparkle. There was a lot of heavy beading and heavy fabrics in there, which you have to be really careful of because they can weigh an absolute ton, and then the only thing you remember from your wedding is how heavy your dress was and how it just stopped you from doing so much, which you don't want to do. You don't want to have to think about it. So it should just really be an extension of you, and it shouldn't weigh you down. So make sure you're thinking about those things. People don't really think or consider those things when they're trying on dresses because they put a dress on, but it's different to actually carrying it around for 8 hours, 10 hours, you know, however long you're going to be in that dress for. So yeah, so that would be the biggest takeaway from this video. Well guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more videos like this. I do reaction videos, fashion videos, videos on wedding dresses, and a whole lot more. Be sure to hit the like button if you liked this video to let the algorithm know that you liked it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.